This is a JRC NRD-525 receiver. I acquired this fairly recently. It had two extra positions for filters in it, besides the ones that come as standard. And I decided to install a couple of additional filters, one in the auxiliary position and one in the narrow position. They were both vacant. Without a filter in the auxiliary position, it uses a roofing filter, which is about 13 kilohertz bandwidth at minus 6 dBs, which is far too wide. And it's also got quite shallow skirts, and you can hear quite a bit either side of that frequency. So I bought a filter for the auxiliary position, which it's marketed as a 6 kilohertz filter, but it actually is more like a 9 kilohertz filter. I measured it using a nano VNA at about 9.5 kilohertz, something like that, at minus 6 dB. And for the narrow position, there was nothing in this set at all, and it just didn't receive on the narrow position. I installed a Collins 455 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz wide filter, which is a really nice filter. Just happen to have it in the junk box here. So those two filters cost me a total of 17 bucks, which probably good value. Anyway, I just thought I'd give a little bit of a demonstration of what the difference it makes. Just got it tuned onto a local talk show station at the moment, and it's on the auxiliary position, which, as I say, is the widest one at about 9.5 kilohertz bandwidth. And I'll just I'll put the RIT on, the receive incremental tuning, and just offset to one side of the center frequency, and you can see the difference it makes when the different filters are switched in.
Fold is one pricey phone.
Yes, I don't have any information on that one.
I remember. Well, it typically in the U.S. it costs about $2,000.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't.
So now I've got it's on the widest setting, and I've got the RIT on, so you can see the kilohertz off the center frequency.
Something in Canada. I know I said it earlier, but I don't remember off the top of my head.
I'll take it to, say, 2 kilohertz off the center frequency. And with the widest filter, it makes hardly any difference.
It's great to show off to friends, but there will.
So I'll switch through the different filters. You'll see them on this line of the display.
Technology is just not perfect yet. One of the other items we wanted to mention, by the way, is that Apple Care. You
can see that at 2 kilohertz off the center frequency, this is unintelligible on, actually on both the narrow and the intermediate filters. If I take that to 4 kilohertz off, just catching very few syllables of speech on the narrowest filter. On the widest filter,
on more devices for about $8 Canadian a month.
It's still perfectly intelligible. And I'll switch down through the filters again at 4 kilohertz offset, and you'll see the difference.
For individual Apple Care for an iPad, an iPhone, an Apple Watch.
It sounds like extended health coverage.
It does, doesn't it? They're getting the Canadian religion on health.
And for some reason, we can't get it here. We know this kind of system, this kind of scheme, we can't get it. Why not?
Not yet, but they just recently. Well, first of all, they just started rolling this out, and to be fair, the United States is a bigger base for Apple.
Sure, yes.
But
so I think it's pretty impressive. The auxiliary and the wide are sort of suitable for broadcast band listening on AM stations, and the intermediate and the narrow are good for a single sideband, and the narrow could be used for CW as well, which I don't really listen to much, so I've no need for a sharper filter than 2 kilohertz. Something like a A 500 hertz would be nice as well if you were a CW listener, but I'm not. So there we go. For 17 bucks, I think that's really improved the versatility of this NRD-525 receiver, which is a great receiver, by the way.